cashless bill is effectively via executive order signed in today or yesterday. One of those. I seen it today. It's over. They have not only sent federal agents into the communities of Washington, D.C. They say Chicago and Miami is next. This will turn into a ripple effect. You throw one rock into the water, of course, there will be waves. There will be waves that'll go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Now, do I agree? I think that's the question, which is most of us need to be asking, do we agree with what it is that he's doing? Well, the problem is the hidden agendas. That's the problem. Everything on the surface look like it's for the good of the people. It look like it's to benefit the people. Both Republicans and Democrats do that. They always act as if they trying to help the people and serve the people. When in reality, that's not the truth. This is another example of the war on drugs, which was war on black people. The war on drugs brought more drugs into the community. So you gotta ask yourself, what the war on crime do? Not only that, he's looking to change the Department of Defense back into the Department of War, which is what it was originally called. Is what he say. I have no investigative research upon that matter. I'm not for sure if that's true or not, but this is what he said in his brief statement. So now we gotta ask ourselves, what exactly is the hidden agenda? Because there is no president in history that ever did or will sign anything into office that does not benefit the people in which it is that they serve. And they don't serve the 300 million Americans in which it is they say they serve. They serve their secret societies. Now, what secret society is he a part of? And what is their end goal? What is it that they seek out? That's the question we gotta ask ourselves. What is it that they want? When you can find out what it is that they want, and then so you more understand what it is they looking to achieve, their goals, what they want to accomplish. War on crime. If the war on drugs brought in more drugs, the war on crime will bring in more crime. Simple as put. But as always, they need a face behind crime. For example, when you look at all of the riots that they've been having, let me correct that. All of the, protests. All the protests that they've been having recently, less and less black people have been involved. For good reason. It's smart. Don't get involved. There have been no looting. There's been no true violence, no real uprising. Whenever black people involved, that's what happens. But this is the thing you have to understand. It's a narrative that need to get pushed. And believe it or not, we are the children of the Most High. They know this. So they have to paint us in a bad image. They have to, because they don't paint us in a bad image and they just start going into our communities. They start locking people up, kicking people out, whooping people's asses and knocking shit down. But then it's just like, oh, man, y'all just don't like them. But if they can get a community filled with crime, they can get the people criminal lifestyles, not looking to change, not looking for hope. Well, then they have every excuse in the world in order to invade your community, because they can paint it as a war on crime. So while most people sit here and they cheering and celebrating, they're like, oh, well, this is good. They don't understand the hidden agenda. They don't give a fuck about nobody but the people in their political circles. And when I say political circles, I mean the people that's in the know, the illuminated ones. That's who they work for. Doesn't matter what your nationality is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's people that are supposed to be children of the Most High, Israelites, or black people, as you may call them. They are in these same circles. They are Asian, the European, They African, they South American, they North American, they in every single culture. And they all working together for one goal, because they all seek the same thing: power, which is nothing but an illusion, because all power comes from the Most High. There's not a king risen that he is not risen, nor is there any king that was brought down that he didn't bring down. So power, in the end, is an illusion. We may think we have the power, but we have no power. All power comes from the Most High. And the Most High gave his power and his authority over to the Messiah. There's one way out. There's only one way out. And that's reading the Bible, reading the scripture, and locking in. Because hell is coming to this country sooner than I think. I give an estimation of a certain time length, but I think it may be shorter than that based on how things are going. Especially if they know how to hit the hearts of the people. They know how to manipulate your heart. They know how to manipulate your spirit. They know how to trick you into something. Well, it ain't gonna be hard to bring hell to the country. And be not deceived, this is Donald Trump's role. This is his role. He's looking forward to chaos, to a civil war, but not just a civil war here, but uprising all upon the face of the earth. Christians and Muslims versus what do they call it? Khazars and atheists or whatever. It was a memorandum that was put out at a point in time, and they were going over history, and they say the human race can do good with just 500 million people. And put that into some perspective, there are 7 billion people upon the face of the earth, estimated to be 9 billion by 2030. Of course, that was like a decade ago they said that, but by 2030 it's supposed to be an estimated 9 billion. Well, how could you get that number down? How could you at least cut that in half? Religions. 7 billion people on the face of the earth. 5 billion of them people are in religions. You get them to go to war with each other and wipe each other out. We have 2 billion left. 2 billion is easier to control than 7. 2 billion is easier to manipulate than 7. 2 billion are easier to trick than 7. So they looking to wipe out more than just half of the population. They're not just looking to only wipe out the population of the United States of America, but they looking to do this all across the board. You think of the country, that's their aim. As the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. How is it? How is it that the coming of the Son of the Most High will cause every knee to bow and every tongue to confess? How? We got to ask ourselves this, how? And we also got to ask ourselves about the delusion in which it's supposed to come forth. Where it talks about it should deceive even the very elect if possible. Another thing we don't talk about. To deceive even the very elect if possible. That's a strong delusion. So what exactly will they do? Think about it.